Welcome back to Limbus Company. Last time, we delved deeper into the mystery of the projector and the distortions, along with bamboo-headed Kim, and it kept cycling between his own memories of S-Corp, which is of all the fucked places in the city, S-Corp seems to be one of the most fucked. I gotta say. And it looks like that's going to be a pretty high-level place when we eventually get there. But with some keywords, we finally managed to enter the Dungeon of the Fathoms. Hello, Ubiquitous. Hello, Hoshi. Hello, Doors. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I don't need to keep encuffling up anymore. Let's do this. And we have the Honglu ID now. Wunderbar, let's see.
주소에 게시할게요.
If that's how everyone's been living, then my life, my photographs too. So this is S-Corp 2, right?
It is reminiscent of my homeland, but the sights are much too hideous compared to what rests in my memories.
Of course, Yisong is from S-Corp. Oh yeah, and S-Corp, yeah, just confirmation that S-Corp is indeed Korea. And Yisong apparently, and his group, one of the few that were allowed to leave S-Corp to go to T-Corp. Hideous was apt. When we emerged from the entrance of the dungeon to S-Corp streets, what greeted us was a distorted and eerie scenery that I wouldn't be surprised to find in an S-Corp themed haunted mansion. Did the place hardly fit for human habitation? Far more dilapidated than once expected. Those days the people inhabit these lands for truth. Really? I think it has a cool vibe. Vibe's my foot. I don't think I'll be able to get a wink of sleep in here.
The lives of the downtrodden were beset by 1,000 woes and tenfold more struggles, and the streets they inhabit reflect that reality. Many times I had contemplated in consternation how the folk here had even the will to live on.
The shadow that had begun to haunt Kim's face still lingered there as he looked around. If the distortion reveals the fathoms that it gazes into, of those that it gazes into, as Kim had said, it almost feels like it's his, like, fathoms. Like with the way it's going. It's all coming back to him in some way. Definitely somebody from S-Corp. Perhaps this is how S-Corp is reflected in Kim's eyes.
On the days when the skies were spotless blue, and without orders from the counselor, I would scale to the roof of that choker and feel it rustle beneath my back as I'd lay upon it.
Hello, Syntax. Welcome to the stream.
I thought it to be a respite solely mine. Yet in this mirrored world, another has walked here before my arrival.
I join him in looking up at the thatched roof of the choga. Beneath it,
a wicked tunnel I have passed, and now I witness myself before the one who shall strike the head from my torso.
there was a figure standing tall next to the building, staring defiantly up toward the man on the straw roof.
Im Gyeongyop. Are you home?
Oh. Oh, that's not what I expected.
Are you home? I asked.
Oh, wow. He used to be a big shot. Damn. Oh, that's cool. So he gave up his, like, his nobility and shit.
What a strange visitor I have. Why not call at the front gate if you've come seeking the master of the house? Be not like a dog barking up the wrong tree. It's unbecoming. A dog? Really now? I can see you up there, lounging on the roof. I'm not gonna speak to the door like I'm blind. Has a spell of some sort befallen the day? To have such an odd occurrence transpire twice successive. The work of a bewitching spirit, I say.
Oh, it's a girl? Oh, fuck, very sorry. What's so bewitching about checking in on someone? Hello, King Ragnarok.
Isn't it odd that a high and noble military commissioner of our esteemed corporation would come in person to simply check in on how a lowly merchant fares?
Okay, so he's a merchant. He was a merchant. You know me.
She certainly knows her jests.
It's not a big deal, Doors. It was revealed right here. Oh, wow.
She marches forth vested in war strider armor, yet expects no violence. She wields a two-handed great blade like a demonic yaksha, yet harbors no hostile intent. Why, who else might she be but Military Commissioner Gyeongyop, the principal of the famed Im family?
Hello, Victor. Hello, Gal. Welcome to the stream. You are certainly in the habit of speaking in hyperbole. I am not so noble that I deserve to be complimented with an epithet so grand as the principled. Oh my god, are they exes? Oh my god, this juicy drama.
Not a compliment. You see, Commissioner, this is a rhetorical technique known as a backhanded compliment, in which I damn you with praise, for you are so bound by your precious principles you would rather be unreasonable than betray them.
Oh my god, we have a love triangle. This feels like its own story. My god. Kimchi, what are you planning? Like a spin-off about here?
Does an officer ranked second ordnance have no wit to engage in such banter? Why am I out of line, as they say?
You two are friends, right?
This was our first meeting. Though no, not at that precise moment.
I know. I'm just saying if I were her, I would never let myself become friends with you after such a bad face impression. Oh, Ishmael, you know nothing about fucking tropes. Seriously, Ishmael. I can't believe you, Ishmael. Oh my god. I'm telling you, it's slow burn. It's slow burn. I have still not given up on Heathmail, by the way. It is, I'm in it for the long game. Slow burn. God. can't imagine becoming friends with someone who keeps pushing my buttons.
Maybe. But people do find friendship in such personalities if they have a taste for prickliness. You've got a friend in us, don't you?
Yeah, fine, you have a point. I guess I do have a habit of pushing people's buttons, too. But still, high up you're not seriously comparing the way I talk to a sassy gotcha-digging pun riddle!
Well, the world we live in is a vast and diverse one. Consider yourself lucky that you're surrounded by so many quirky characters.
Yeah, seriously.
It's because of that same luck that she took the joke well, rather than respond by trying to cut off my head.
You are out of line, yes. But I knew you would be, so I won't take issue with it. Though I must admit, the rumors of your sharp tongue do you no justice. The streets speak of a man they called Kim Lin. A man who once had intended to pursue the path of the brush. Only to realize the sins of his forefathers and exiled himself to the back streets. The brush. Ooh, what is that? Is that S-Corp's whole shtick? I have not heard what he sounds like from the announcer, no. Victor. He was probably a poet. Which makes sense because the real one, I see. Yet with the sheer power of will, gritted teeth, and scarred heart, did he find the path of sword in another way into the nest. As the right states, Counselor Soren guard at that. Damn. That's you, isn't it?
All those superlatives. Yet the reality is that I've merely found the path of man butchery as a viable way of life. Direct any compliments you have toward the right state counselor, if you will. I am but a butchering blade that happened to fall into the right hands.
Not a compliment. Just the word on the street.
You're a quick learner. And spare me the fancy reading of my name. Watching you pretend that pompous posturing comes naturally is painful enough already. Keep it simple and spell it out as Bamboo-Headed Kim. Thank you.
And does he continue to veer away from the line?
I'd rather be a corpse cold and dead than stay in line. Have a shred of mercy on me, oh mighty one.
If I'd come all the way here just to punish you for every little misdeed and ill manners, I would have laid you out and split you in two. Three ways before this riveting dialogue brought us this far. Oh my god. Angju is probably fucking mauling right now. Oh my god. So, feel safe to continue traipsing outside the line. But in return, would you answer a few of my questions? I've been watching you from a distance for a while now, and...
Really? Stalking someone's not very principled of you.
Damn. Oh my god. This honestly does feel like its own fucking story. Like, holy schnapps. Oh my god, Heathcliff!
You sure she didn't give you a good wallop after that? No. Truly a mystery, isn't it? Besides, she did give me free rein to continue traipsing outside the line. I couldn't in good conscience turn down such offers of kindness. Not that I ever do. You're sure of a way with words. A way of finding a way under the listener's skin, huh? Perhaps. Yet are such japes not to be expected among fellowships of close mutual bond.
They don't look like friends yet, though. So, care to tell us why she's been watching you?
I was engaged in the age-old pastime of throwing rocks. Oh, you speak to the game of Sukjeon. Save them for the festivities of Dano. I was throwing rocks at the passers-by.
Violently! That is a wrong deed, good sir! Oh my god, that's right, that's his whole shtick. You're right, gal. You're right! Oh my god.
I suppose it is. People of Papeo and Sal in particular found it distasteful. And they did not let their discontent be hidden. But the P and the downtrodden cheered me on. To a degree. They found it cathartic.
I'm guessing these are castes, in like a caste system within S-Corp. Jeez.
Oh, curious. Then is it a right deed or a deed not right?
Huh? Papaya? Sal? Whatever is it thou art describing? It is a well-known truth that S-Corp is also known by its other name, Sal Papaya Agro Industries. A wing specializing in the general agriculture and livestock industry of the city. The vastness and the depth of its responsibilities have necessitated such divisions of labor. Yep, it's a caste system. So they're the farming district, they make all the food. I see. Thus, District 19 is split into 3 court circles responsible for different aspects of the industry. Sal, P, and Papaya, each meaning flesh, blood, and bone, respectively.
Sal, responsible for the cultivation of rice and other grains. Papaya, responsible for meat and livestock. And P, in charge of the technological aspects of both. As a scientist and researcher who once toiled at S-Corp.
Oh, sorry. As a scientist and researcher who once toiled at S-Corp, you must have felt the persecution the P faced firsthand. Damn. Hello, Grigori. Welcome to the stream. You'd think they would be at the top. Huh. It is believed that the Trinity was designed for balance, that they would provide assistance when requested, and keep one another in check when needed. It was once a promise of cultivating a fair and sustainable S-Corp. Alas, the noble intention of yesteryear now lies sullied. The Trinity now degraded into 3 quarreling bands of profiteers blinded by avarice, relying not on honor but betrayal and perfidy to claim the top of the triangle. An adherent of the flesh claims the position of the chief state councillor and monopolizes rice as the common folk starve.
An adherent of the bone, once a right state councillor. Toadies to Sal and rises to the seat of the left state councillor.
For such shameless conspiracy permits not the common folk to even till the land as they please. Anguished cries of suffering flood the streets.
Thus, the common folk are reduced to livestock bleeding out, hanging from a hook, while bone and flesh collude like that of the emaciated dead.
Oh my god, that's what the fucking phrase means! Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy shit! I thought it was just like saying random badassery stuff. I didn't know the phrase had an actual meaning. Oh my god.
Who shall claim the severance of flesh and bone and force them both to yield?
That is so crazy. Hello, Farron. Welcome to the stream.
An oft-heard poem when walking in the streets of Escorp.
And the people whom thou didst targeted with thy rocks were...
They weren't people. Rats.
Rats?
Oh yes, the councillor finds rats detestable.
Hello, Dante. Welcome to the stream.
Much better to stop them from a distance if you want to crush them.
By any chance do these rats have a habit of sneaking into the royal court to better pilfer what the common folk rightfully deserve? Oh, wow.
They certainly suffer from a severe case of kleptomania.
So you purposefully threw a rock at his feet to trip him to the ground, knowing that he was a kleptocrat?
Well, I simply could not help but react as such in the presence of scurrying rats.
She likes his fucking puns.
Is there aught you find funny? Speak if you do, I could use a good laugh about now.
Just hardly expressing my gratitude. That is all. Those whose corruptions revealed ought to readily receive their scarlet aura bonds. The gall to scamper away with their expensive prosthetics. My men were having some trouble apprehending them. Until now.
Well, if that is your intent, you're invited to leave a token of gratitude somewhere in the vicinity. Perhaps I'll happen to pick it up. Wouldn't want it to get it thrown into the dungeon seeming with real vermin.
Oh, I was going to do just that. So she's actually good. That's I thought she was gonna be a bad guy. Wow. Huh. So what happened between them? I thought she was like a bad guy after. Wow, this is totally changing the first impression. Damn. So. When will you stop being a sword and be human again?
What?
When do you clock out? Is he gonna be the 13th sinner? I'm like, what the hell? My god! The way I see it, you are not the kind of person who'll ever let a drop of liquor get to his tongue while on duty for the right state counselor. Oh my god! Return to this choker when you're human again. I'll buy you a drink as thanks.
She's a funny one, huh?
Oh god, Angdu has such serious competition. Oh my god. Mentor, then this fellow you had often mentioned fondly was...
Correct. Haven't I mentioned her a few times, the drinking fellow I'd left behind in S-Corp?
She's like freaking... She's plotting out the fucking murder right now. Oh my god.
I must say, I myself found that relationship most intriguing. That a military commissioner of the Sal faction would fraternize with a bodyguard of the Right State Councilor, who of the P faction.
Still, I knew not that this fellow was none other than a military commissioner of S-Corp. Angdu's eyes has gone wide in shock, her voice rising unconsciously. It is news to me that you have had ties to a second ordinate official, a military officer with command over high-ranking employees of the wing at that.
Well, I was in service of the Right State Councilor, who's a first ordinate, you know.
Well, that might be true, yet...
Yet you would like to know why I, with such a powerful friend by my side, have ended up as an exile from S-Corp?
Yes, your silence over matters of such great import is why I have come to introduce you to others as a reticent one, Mentor. We had made the Blade lineage our home. For S-Corp, availed no home for us but the lineage. But you, Mentor.
I would rather show than tell. Let us proceed, shall we? This enchanted place seems intent on unearthing all of my past, both savory and unsavory. All shall be revealed in due time.
Gee, Bamboo-headed Kim, why does Project Moon give you 2 intervalos? Kim looked around, a twinge of loneliness in his eyes, before moving on. We followed without a word. Hey, there we go. Time to dunge. We emerged into a dark and muggy cavern, filled with air so stale it almost felt stifling. Up ahead, a thin ray of light shone through the darkness, seemingly guiding our path. I think they've hit like a really good formula for the intervalos. It's when they focus on a side character. Like they just get really good. Like it basically becomes their Kanto. I really like those, honestly. Like I think they've finally hit, like, they either use them as like a complement to the Kanto, or to flesh out and fully explore a side character the way they would one of the main centers in the main chapters, and it does really well. I hope they stick with this formula. Up ahead, a thin ray of light shone through the darkness, seemingly guiding our path. Following the light led us to a 4-way fork in the road. Yeah, no, the distortion detectives, like, totally deserve their own game. Like, my god. That's what it feels. It honestly feels like a crossover. I'm gonna say right now, it feels like a crossover between 2 separate stories. Rather than feeling like as side characters to this story. That's really what it feels like. And that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing at all. A constant, powerful gust howled through one of the paths. Another was filled with a metallic tang, the smell of blood. Then there was a path that was entirely silent. And the last one echoed with the harsh noise of sword striking against sword. What path should we choose? Blood. Ploys, bleed, keywordless, / ego gift. Let's see. I'm gonna go /. Just how many people are fighting up there?
We must proceed with caution, Executive Manager. There may be a battle underway.
The sinners all looked disconcerted at the strident noise of metal against metal, this unmistakable sound of battle. They stood ready in troubled silence as the sounds of war only grew louder and louder, until they came to a sudden silent stop. A pedestal made of stacked stones appeared before us, and none of us knew how long it had been there. Atop it was a red accessory the kind one would hang at the bottom of the hilt. Oh, it's this thing! Hey, it's this thing. It's the / one. I've had this in Mirror Dungeon before. Oh, I gotta reorder all my peeps. Okay, let's see.
꽃을 피워볼까요?
You could hear the cat? Oh my god. God damn it, Coco.
숨겨둔 수.
Alright, let's see these fuckers. Hateful blade lineage salsa. Oh jeez. Hey, these are familiar attacks. Alright, no text. Yeah, most of the fights are focused in this intervalo. Let's see. Dang, there's no I can't do. I need 3 poise. I need 3 pride, I mean. Hey, Angdu is here. Oh my god! Wait, was that just Marcel? Do we have, wait, is he actually here?
너희 보조사사들은 나와 다를 바 없어.
Oh my god! Oh, holy shit! Oh, he's stacked! Oh my god, level 81! Oh yeah, there we go.
그러니 협력해줬으면 해. 단 하나의 책을 찾을 수
Woo! Oh, we gotta get another ID eventually. Oh my god. Acupuncture, yeah. Heal my flesh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, those are his skills. Swordplay of the Homeland. Ah, there we go. Yeah. When the intake brings HP down to 0, nullify the damage. At 30 plus poise. Ah, there we go. We need more poise to use that skill.
망설임이 없도록.
비와 요격, 함수, 정리로와. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었어. 차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
Grand? No, yeah, I saw that. What does that mean? I don't think we even need to use the ego here. Let's see. Let's build up ego resources for the boss.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
아름다운 것. 그렇지 않은 것. 피어나. 이제 신수에선 벗어났나?
Nice.
흉터의 결국.
So he was severely weakened as a distortion. My god.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위로 수밖에.
저 객체는 오래 버티지 못해.
늙을 수밖에.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
전부 잡아들이죠.
Oh yes, he's doing it. He's doing it. Yes.
너희에게 꽃을 달아준다면 이번에도 잘해줬어.
The no symbol is there as the first character of the Korean word for slave, Nobi. Oh, Nobi means slave. Hello, Serg. Welcome to the stream. Ah, that was amazing. That was amazing. Alright, so yeah. Oh, it's pretty long. Let's see. Alright, next junction. Excuse me. Oh.
Excuse me?
As we were slowly looking around the streets of Escort, a youth, after fidgeting hesitating for a moment, walked up to us and asked for help. The youth explained that wishing to better his own status, he took the royal examination, akin to a public employment policy in Escort, and was able to attain a high grade for himself. And that was where his problems began. As far as he knew, people who passed the exam with flying colors like himself had their travel expenses paid for the homeward trip and were to be granted a guide. But there must have been a misunderstanding or something, because when he left the exam grounds, no one was there to escort him. Confused by the unexpected turn of events. He wandered away from the exam grounds in search of his escort, lost his bearings, and found himself in these alleys. Hello, Conway. Welcome to the stream. He's asking if we could help him with directions. What should we do? Let's ask my group if they can help. There we go. I'm sure Yi Song would know this. Yi Song opened their mouths to begin, stopped, and turned around to where Bamboo Head and Kim and Ong-Du were. I am not so well versed in the geography of this area. Perhaps Mentor would know better.
Come on.
Kim let out an audibly disconcerted sigh and walked up to the youth to give him directions.
And take off that royal celebratory flower crown. You don't want people to know you've passed the exam. Huh? But why would... It's for a good reason. Just do as I say and you'll thank me one day.
The youth stared back at him in puzzlement, before seemingly deciding that giving proper gratitude for Kim's assistance took precedence. He handed us what appeared to be a small ceramicware vessel.
Might this be a water dropper for brush calligraphy? Oh, you may know I've no practical need of this.
Wait. Goddamn it, I lost the plot here. I lost who's talking.
For I see none of you are much acquainted with the art of grinding ink against inkstone, I shall impart this gift to you in hopes that this dropper may form a small flow in your rivers of life. Ha!
That's hilarious. Though it would have made for a rather moving moment had it not been for the exaggerated scoff Kim gave. The youth hurried on his path without minding the sudden discourtesy. Angdu later asked Kim what had spurred his sudden outburst, but he did not give her a reply, instead choosing silence behind pursed lips. Oh, yeah, that's, just like, oh my god, was that him as, like, supposed to be him as a kid? Oh shit.
흉터는
Big shot water dropper. When allied getting more assist defense shit. Gain damage up and true protection. Oh wow. And speed up.
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군 거래.
That's gotta be him as a kid. Yeah, offended because Kim does know about calligraphy, obviously. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the ego until the boss. We'll save it for the
전부
boss.
잡아들이죠.
Oh, I know why most of the fights in this Kanto are focused. Is because they want you to use the assist defense. And these fights are not very difficult at all here.
10%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다 산출값이 좋네요. LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상값과
전부
다르게
잡아들이죠.
이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었거나
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
I do hope I'm pronouncing all these Korean words at least slightly correctly. Ah, jeez. By the way.
이제씩 수에선 벗어났나?
벤단 4월을 건다.
Yes!
혈이 낭자오. 흉터의 결국
무파법을 이제야쯤 이해했군.
욕참. 홀딱.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어나는데요?
특별한 비교 수준인지 모르겠고 유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
Nice.
여관에 가면 또 한참을
Oh yeah, that's right. We have to do something in the options, right?
바리에게 해줄
Where is this thing? In combat dialogue subtitles. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's what we can actually understand what they're fucking saying now. Alright, let's get resources of other colors. Oh, except we can't. Let's see. We have plenty of red. Get some light blue, some perp. Jeez.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
있는 힘껏 찔러놓고 으겨놨지만 저것들은 언젠가 다시 재생하겠지. 내가 부서지고 파괴되어도 다시 교체되는 것처럼.
By the way, with the new update with announcers, can we assign specific announcers to specific teams? Because that's something I always wanted to do, and that's how I thought it worked for a long time. I caught a glimpse of a figure staring off in the darkness of the unlit prison. Bamboo-headed Kim lets out a sigh, but before it eventually even fully exhales, oh, that's him.
Who goes there?
A sharp cry cuts through the stagnant air. Someone here must have noticed us. What should we do? Bottom? Oh, yeah.
You're not the prison guards.
Oh, you're not the prison guards. The woman who called us there stood for a moment, nonchalantly trying to gauge us even as we stood with our weapons drawn. Then she walked towards us in a gait that could not be called aggressive. When instead of chatting with us, she called upon the figure sitting inside the prison. Would you care to explain? Who are they? And what happened? The one-sided exchange continued for a while as she tried various lines of questioning to chat with the figure inside the cell, but it was to no avail. Huh. Might as well be talking to a corpse long dead. She let out an exasperated sigh before turning to us. Are you not here to visit him as well? Might you be those who share his purpose? I think it should be this one, right? Hey, there we go. Visit that fool. Hearing that, Marceau and Kim stepped forth to explain what had led to the incident at the Right State Councilor's estate, with a particularly critical edge coming on when describing Kim's own actions, that is. So that is what has transpired. Hold on. How does that man know what has happened? There's no time for idle chatter. We must leave S-Corp right this instant and... By the time Kim's story ended, the prisoner's curiosity finally bubbled over the limit and threatened to spill over all questions. However, the woman who had just learned the truth of what had happened refused to engage at all and focused entirely on removing the kangue, crops around the prisoner's throat. You cannot stay here. There's still much to be done. As for my fellow conspirators, perhaps it would be best that you make yourself scarce as well, considering a precarious position in S-Corp. The side entrance like you should still be open and unguarded. Leave quickly. Hey! She continued to deftly work her hands to unclasp the kangue, even as she gave us directions in so detailed and vivid that we could find our way out of the prison without a map. Meanwhile, bamboo-headed Kim had wandered off to a corner of the room and picked up a broken piece of wood, pocketing it. Crushed wooden manacle.
미호스럽군.
A slash. Defense level down. There we go. I'm sure all these are going to be in the mirror dungeon. Let's see. Nice. And one more. After this next fight.
어떤 조직 놈들인지 면면 좀 받을까?
Oh. Surprise mid-dungeon cutscene. No, it can't be. My life is... The experiences, the memories I've recorded are different.
Alas.
Kim came to a stop with a grim look on his face.
Again, I am returned to this day.
Hey, isn't this the background where we fought him in the original Intervallo? His voice had dropped to the same morose pitch we had heard before. Mentor! I have been here before.
Ah, have you? Had a peek into my memories when I distorted, did you? I must say, it's a bit embarrassing to have my deepest and darkest secrets revealed like that.
Kim grinned sheepishly as though to clear the air, but it was becoming rather clear to me what he was doing. That his flippant demeanor and seemingly devil-may-care attitude were but a mask to hide the true darkness in his heart. Then this must be...
Indeed. The Right State Councilor's estate. Someone whom I had once protected. Thought was worth protecting.
Oh, did he kill him? Oh my god, is this gonna be like fucking... whatchamacall... I forgot his name. Mercedes' brother. In Three Houses. Kim pushed open the main gates and made his way into the front yard. The Death Knight.
Watch out, Hongdu. Take a tall step over or you might trip.
Ah! Ah! Damn. There were bodies splayed out about the yard. I couldn't dare start counting them. I felt faint watching the aftermath of the carnage. Some were decapitated. Some of their torsos split diagonally. And some of them were so mangled I could hardly even tell which parts belonged to who. Are they not retainers of the royal court? What were they doing at the councilors? No, were they killed by assassins?
Assassins did infiltrate the estate, yes. You're looking at what remains of them.
Though I had but a moment to glimpse at, I clearly remembered what the S-Corp logo I saw in Kim's Fathom looked like. The hats these corpses are or were wearing are adorned with the same logo. So why is bamboo-headed Kim calling them assassins?
In this corrupt land, the Right State Councilor's life was always as precarious as a candlelight in a tempest. Such is the fate of all those who have the guts to speak the truth in S-Corp.
Oh, so he was a good guy.
Where positions of influence are hoarded by corrupt sycophants, whose chokehold on power is ironclad.
Good thing this is a fictional story.
The most prominent among them, the Left State Councilor, with the Chief State Councilor's blessing, sought to wield his own private army to silence forever the tongues of those who would advocate against the corrupt.
Private army? But they are prohibited in our homeland. So they're kind of like how the great houses of H-Corp each had their own armies. That is similar to what is happening, but not exactly. If S-Corp circumstances were to be explained in plainer terms, it would be akin to a situation in which a company whose employees outwardly appear to be all working for the same side is in fact fractured within, with certain departments pledging allegiance to a different individual than the chief executive.
What assassins there had been in the past at least wore masks to hide their allegiance. I had thought this no different, though with assassins significantly less invested in maintaining their disguises. Not realizing that I had just placed my stone inside the tiger's maw.
Looking around the yard teeming with the assassins.
Looking around the yard teeming with the assassins. I recall thinking it just odd just how many of them they had sent. I thought a Left State Councilor's power had grown to loom over that of the king. I should have realized how ridiculous such a brazen attempt on the life of one of the triumvirate councillors at the royal court would have been. Foolish. I can't. I have failed you, councillor. There were simply too many of them, as though they had decided that tonight was the night they would finally slay the councillor, or die trying. I was soon overwhelmed, and some of them eventually managed to get around me and reach the councillor's bedchamber. The moment I heard them breach the door, all strength left me, and I fell to my knees. I, Kim Lib, am a poor excuse of a bodyguard, and I have failed you. And I knew who the author of the foul scheme was, the left state councillor. Let this be my final act of loyalty ere I depart this life. Though I am too meager a person to carry on your will, councillor, what I can do is plant the seeds of terror in the hearts of the unjust, if only to shackle their blackest hearts from committing greater misdeeds. I shall go before the villain who contrived this betrayal, and see that the favor is repaid with steel. Only by such vengeance shall the councillor at last close his eyes in his grave. Or so I thought. What?
Oh, what the?
Greetings, honored bodyguard of the right councillor. I see that you've been hard at work. Accursed parasite! I have to flay you alive and reveal the wretched soul underneath! Some goal, you have to show your face here! Oh, here? You mean the home of the Honorable Right State Councillor who toils day and night in service of the royal court? I know the assassins were sent by the left state councillor. Get out of my way! I shall collect your head once my task here is over. Alas, alas, this unsightly display of anger shames us all. Are all those who live by the sword as uncouth as you? The cruelty of your damning words is an oppression under decent men like myself. Let's see how long you can heed me, soldiers. Arrest that mad butcher.
He was framed. Oh, shit. What?
What? The accused shall heed his crimes. 1 moon ago, an anonymous letter threatening to take the life of the revered right state councillor
It's too realistic.
arrived at the royal court. The audacious, contumelious effrontery is an affront not only to the royal court, but to heavens and men alike. The revered left state councillor, who has long been in disagreement with the right state councillor on matters of the state, found this offense to be so heinous that he has personally commanded his men to protect his political enemy on the day writ on the letter. Huh.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Yet, a tragedy has struck. All those lives set to protect the noble councillor are slain. The bravery and justice of their honorable hearts trampled upon the ground by this villain. And now the villain promises death to yet another pillar of the royal court. Thus we are, perforce, to arrest the criminal and restore the rule of law. You spout senseless drivel! I saw your men make their way into the councillor's bedchamber with their blades drawn! The councillor? Might you be looking for the right state councillor here? Alive and well? My lord.
The vile wretch leaned down next to my ear and whispered,
Perhaps you should have known where not to stick your nose. Did you really think you could overcome the entire private army in the left state council service?
oh my god.
He sent so many of his men to their deaths, just to lure me into a trap. Why? No, don't take this as a compliment, as you're not even the apex blade of the homeland, nor are you the Ungiom. But you have been a rather egregious obstacle to the execution of my plans. Couldn't get through with the first thing in my plan, with you constantly getting in my way. Let's keep you nicely locked up and out of trouble. This can't be! For what it's worth, young man, I'm sorry. I've come to realize the error of my ways.
Oh god. No! Fuck.
The truth is, though S-Corp is indeed a pond of turbid water, it was those like us who had stirred the dirt from its bed and turned it cloudy.
No! What the fuck? All just to get him out of the way?
Fearing the worst, we arrived to protect the revered Right State Councillor. 1,000 curses upon the villain. In his quest for the Right State Councillor's life, the butcherous man has already watered the ground with S-Corp's laborers, the very lifeblood that runs in the veins of this most serene wing. And that charcoal-hearted villain is none other than the Councillor's sworn guard, Kim Lib. Han. He does so, villain. Han, obey! And let the Aura bonds take you.
You've fallen far, my friend. No, she doesn't know the story. Oh, fuck. You who were once considered a candidate to the honor of Ungiom. Yeah, he feels like he's gonna get a proper sprite later. All to get rid of him? Oh my god. Fucking hell. And with that brand of a Nobi sapping us. Oh my. Holy shit. So he's. Level 81 is not even his true form. Oh my god. Holy shit. So he is absolutely color fixer level. Oh my god. Wow. Damn. Even your mastery with the blade will only dull.
Are you to be my executioner, young Yup?
I hadn't received the orders to behead you, if that's what you're asking. Nor would it befit someone in my station to sully my hands with an executioner's duty. How will you live on now?
I don't know. The Council has abandoned me. There is no path forward.
Salpipio Argo Industries is... Oh,
Salpipio Argo Industries is more corrupt than I thought. Rotten to the core. This is where the game ends. Time to resign my stone.
indeed it is. Oh, oh shit! Oh, she does! Oh, she's helping! She's gonna remain on the inside.
Why are you freeing me?
Once a game has been lost, you start anew and test out the gambits in the next round. Why don't you stop playing this unfair game where the opponent always starts with stones placed on all 9 star points on the board? And find a place where you can begin anew in equal standing.
As soon as they realize it was you who freed me, they'll come after you.
It's okay. Unlike someone who made a fool of himself and fled after passing the royal examinations, I have the Royal Count's backing as its military commissioner. My position in the court isn't so fickle that they would cast me down right away. Just because I let go of someone like you. You're a branded criminal. In the eyes of the royal court, you're as good as inconsequential. I'll report that even if you were to flee, you'll be still nothing more than a plaything in the palm of their hands.
I didn't think you were the kind to go against your honorable principles.
Some things can't be done without bending a rule or two. And you are needed. S-Corp's future is in need of those who are less bound by expectations. Like yourself. Besides, it's not the rules I stand by. It's my own principles. I did say I owe you a token of gratitude, didn't I? Consider this a settlement of that. Gratitude and vengeance, after all, share a common quality. They're both debts to be repaid. Ah!
Young Yup. Come with me. There is hope left for S-Corp. You said it yourself, didn't you? We'll never win as long as we're playing their rigged game.
Damn. Listen. They might have a 9-stone advantage over you, but to me it's as small as 3. Oh! Hello, Oku. Welcome to the stream. I'll manage and keep my finger on the pulse. Besides, change doesn't always have to come from the outside. Damn, this feels like something that we're gonna do with, in like fucking Purgatorio or something like. Oh my god. This is. Wow, what a setup here. It feels like a Purgatorio or a Paradiso thing they're setting up. Oh my god. The old wisdom says that to catch a tiger, you must enter its den. But wouldn't it help to have an ally waiting in the tiger's den to back you up when the time comes? Oh! There. All done. Your bonds are severed. Go now. Go. And build your strength beyond the walls of S-Corp. Yet beware of relying over much on foreign powers.
I don't have it in me to take up such a grand purpose. I'm done with S-Corp. You know how I am. I just go with the flow.
Yes, yes. Do as you will. Go with the flow. There it is again, the flow! The flow is the fucking thing! Oh my god! Be whatever you want to be. But I'm just hoping that the currents of the river again, oh my god, will someday bring you back to S-Corp. That's all. Oh my god.
Though I had left the rig game, my records afterwards weren't stellar. The laying of the stones on my board was always full of holes and mistakes. I joined the Blade lineage, became their mentor, dragged them into the library, until eventually I cut down those who had placed their faith in me. Self-defeating move after self-defeating move.
God, that's right. Oh my god, now we see how truly heartbreaking that is. That he killed the fucking other Blade lineage people besides Ongdu. Oh god, because he was distorted. Man. Oh, jeez.
When Gyeongyop had let me go, I thought I had escaped the tiger's maw. But as I let the game progress with the flow, I soon came to the realization that my life was an endless sequence of connect and dies. I was in a losing play from the start.
Shadows dancing by the distant humanoid form begin to grow like wildfire. And those in the attire of the Blade lineage, one by one, leap over the wall and approach us. Like the projections of Kim's darkening fathoms. They're from his memories. Films and photographs can sometimes remain undoctored, but the impression a person gets from viewing the photograph is malleable.
Then they must be after...
Yeah. Kim believes that if the Blade lineage were to come back to life, they would want to kill him. Oh god! What the this is so fucked! Oh my god, I bet he should talk with Hohenheim! Oh my god! Fucking hell! Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh man.
아니면 엄마처럼 거짓말쟁이가 되어버릴까?
전부 잡아들이죠.
방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
귀와 요격. 전투가 이어졌다.
Get rid of him. There we go, got one of them.
대박. 방금은 간지였는데.
Oh my god, this is just really getting me hyped for the S-Corp storyline whenever we get it. That's gotta be fucking Purgatorio or Paradiso. Because we're running out of contests.
앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Oh my god. But like, I'm really hyped for that storyline now. Jesus Louises Greases.
만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
But that feels like it would be like a storyline of a full-ass Kanto.
죽지도 않는 것들이 겁을 집어먹다니 역겹군.
It would be, yeah, Yisong's second Kanto. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, probably Yisong's second Kanto. I love that we're now far in enough that like we can see what the second Kantos are going to be. That's pretty cool, I think. All right, time to just clean up the trash.
살을 태우는 뛰어. 끝.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
순순히 목을 내놓으시죠.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳
Hey Ushi, welcome to the stream.
많은 기억을 쌓아줘.
Oh, I don't know. Well, the thing is, I don't know if Purgatorio is going to be a full like 13 Kantos. I think Purgatorio is personally going to be a smaller thing. I think Purgatorio may be like something like 3 Kantos long. Just stuff more for Gregor and Roja, I think. Yeah. Just like, here we go, last little thing here. Someone carrying a sword in his belt and a sack on his shoulder leaped into a haystack near us. A few moments later, a small squad of Chunokuns, torches in hand, rushed into the same direction the man had come from.
We saw a criminal who coveted the kingdom's properties flee in this direction. Speak up if you have seen this wretch.
The Chunokuns began walking up to civilians and questioning them about the criminal's whereabouts. Despite all having seen the man jump into the haystack, all of them shake their heads and refuse to give up the criminal. Are they hiding him for some reason? Soon, the Chunokuns, having made their way through the crowd, approached us as well. What should we do? Point them in the wrong direction, duh.
So we went that way, huh? Appreciate the assistance.
Once the group of Chunokuns heard towards the direction, I pointed them towards the man and crawled out of the haystack. Seeing that the Chunokuns had gone, some of the civilians walked up to the man and gave their thanks.
Good work, you. Can't have those vile Chunokun take a noble thief like you away, a thief of the people. They're all wretches, I say, wretches. So well fed while we all starve, but they'll bleed rice if we cut 'em.
He returned their gratitude with a polite bow and approached us. You have my thanks.
You have my thanks. I did not expect to be shielded by outsiders such as yourselves, but it's a welcome surprise. Who am I, do you ask? Well, I have no name to give you, but it seems the common folk are taken to calling the like-minded the Blade lineage. I'm only stealing the sacks of rice the corrupt officials have stolen. We're turning them to where they belong, just as mentor bamboo-headed Kim had once done.
Kim squeaked out a small, embarrassed cough.
I've lingered here too long. Already on my trail again. It's about time I set myself off.
Even in a hurry, he bade us to walk a moment as he rummaged through his sack and produced a few packages of food. He's like a freaking Robin Hood figure here.
Take these. It's not much, but it should be quite filling for those on the road like yourselves. Gratitude and vengeance, after all, share a common quality. They're both debts to be repaid, eh?
With that, he withdrew into the shadows. Hey, that's our healing. Nice.
눈 멀지 않게 조심하도록. 너희 보조 사서들은
Hello, what is
나와
welcome to
다를 바
stream?
없을 거야. 그 사람의 계획에 한껏 이용당하고 결국 버려진 신세잖아. 나는 살고 싶어. 너희도 마찬가지일 테고. 그러니 협력해줬으면 해. 단 하나의 책을 찾을 수 있도록.
Let's go.
무대비들 아름다운 것 그렇지 않은 것.
Yeah, I think Ryoshi tried to do that already. What is? The flames are not actual fire. They're just like for show, basically. It
엄마는
seems.
무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고. 우와, 지금 완전 삼촌.
I am definitely glad I saved this for a full day instead of trying to do this dungeon at the end of last time. Oh my god, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Definitely one of the best intervalos for sure.
발광 차단.
대박! 방금은 간지였는데. 한 푼쯤은 줘도 되잖아. 이럴 때 딱 씹어줘야 하는데.
혈이 남자.
저 개체는 오래 버티진 못하겠군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
I still think how absolutely bonkers how good a Blade Lineage Dawn is.
93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험데이터보다
Like seriously.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비중
Like she is a 00 in name only.
양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
Absolutely fucking nuts.
줄을 새겨주겠어.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 좋고 on, all. 하지만
There we go.
모이는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
Alright, it's boss time, Mr. Guy.
그럼 오늘
Who's the boss gonna
링크
be,
컴버
then?
회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 융수염 과자로 결정하지.
주소에 게시할게요.
Like a prey backed against a cliff's edge. I am left bereft of paths. My hand hesitates with no room to place the stone. Misjudgments burgeon when contemplations narrow, herald the mind indeed. No, all there remains is to neutralize that one enemy combatant in the yard. Tell me, who's waiting for us in there? You should know, this place and its enemies are projections of your memories. Not the hardest guess to make, is it? I expect to find Im Gyung-yup in there. Gyung-yup was a woman of loyalty and principles. Even as a military commissioner, she never stopped wanting to change the way the royal court was. But even she must have broken in the end. Oh no. No, you can't think that. Oh, he's been burned too many times. He wants to give up hope. Oh God. I scour the newspapers and TV for anything I find on the current state of S-Corp. But it was plain as day that nothing had changed there since my departure. Mentor, is that not but a baseless speculation? Your concerns grown uncontrollably? Yes, seriously. Never have you spoken to us about such a monstrous one in the past. Thus, what lies before you is but a figment of the distortion reflecting upon your memories. Did this Im Gyung-yup appear as that monster does, Mentor? No. Gyung-yup wasn't like that. Gyung-yup. I still believe that Salpipio Agro Industries deserves to die. But destruction's not the point. The point is that I want it to be a place where I can cut away the avaricious corrupted and have it be a wing that cares for its common folk. You gotta team up with H-Corp. If I didn't know better, I would have thought you were seeking to supplant the current S-Corp. You know that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just a wanderer, floating down the river's flow to where the currents take him. When the river bent and I hit a wall, someone picked me up and made a blade out of me. Once abandoned, I returned to the flow and found myself a mentor to those who afforded me the undeserved faith. And the river continues to wind, carrying me back to... S-Corp, once I'd fled. Shall I let the blade sing my inner thoughts? You think I'm satisfied with the way S-Corp is? But your method as it is now goes against the principles. I expected better from someone of your wiles. If you enjoy those principles so much, then why ask me to leave the game?
Because someone has to stay behind and try to bring change within the limits of their principles. I only hope that one of those bends in that river of yours would float you back to knock on the gates of S-Corp once it was primed for change.
Has that changed?
What do you think? You at least seem to think that I have. Because you believe that I shall stand in your path.
Stand in my path?
And stem the flow of this river evermore. Very well. The law states that denial of the will of the royal court is a crime deserving of death by beheading. I, Im Gyeong-yup, second ordinate of the Salpipio Agro-Industries, official of the sword and military commissioner to the royal court, shall uphold the command and sever the buds of rebellion before they propagate! Oh boy.
엄마가 검을 들고 나갈
Oh, here we go, the rest of the fight.
정말 두려웠던 건 엄마가 돌아오지 않는 거였어. 너희는 어떠려나?
Imagine Im Gyeong-yup.
돌아올까? 아니면 엄마처럼 거짓말쟁이가 되어버릴까?
God, this music is so banging. Again, early things on Battlefront Home itself. Oh no, it's the same as before. Yeah, we gotta get her as an ID on the rerun, of course. Absolutely. Hello, Unixers! Alright, that's the same. God! Studio EIM! Seriously. They're fucking insanity. Oh, there's a neutral here. I can actually, I'll not chance it. Let's build up some poise.
전부 잡아드리죠.
I wonder how big or small she'll be out of the armor. We have no idea. They're probably saving that. See.
숨을 거둔다.
効果的な攻撃でした
저 개체는 오래 버티진 못하거든요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격.
Yeah, I can't wait for the S-Corp content. Seriously.
순순히 오라를 받으시죠.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해.
Angela Rowland had to. Yeah, totally. Ah, she got some shield.
마음 둘 안. 아비들도 매번 이런 식이야. 지금 내킬 때만 잘해줬지.
Still not enough points. Which ones are clashing against Kim? Okay, the second skill. Okay, so I can... Let's build up some ego resources. Hey, nice. Oh wow, we're going really fast here. Look, we almost got her down to full 1,000 in one turn. Nice. Yeah, we got her more than 1,000. That's what happens when you have 8 people on the field. Yeah, true. My God.
너희 보조 사사들은 나와 다를 바 없을 거야. 그 사람의
Developed
계획에 한껏
memories.
이용당하고 결국 버려진 신세잖아. 나는 살고 싶어. 너희도 마찬가지일 테고. 그러니 협력해줬으면 해. 단 하나의 책을 찾을 수 있도록.
There we go. There we go. Time for bone claiming. All right, let's go.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Oh, she's got an arrow. Double undo.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
There we go.
달빛이 그 몸까지 밟진 너를
Oh, we're so close to the stagger.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
불만을 해소해준 보람이 있네. 지금처럼 적들을 성공적으로
Developed memories.
앞으로
What?
더 많은 층을 개방하고 더 많은 보조사서의 도움을 받을 수 있을 거야.
Low morale gain when fragile. I deal plus 10% and plus. Oh, I see. Damn. Yeah, the reflectorial is gonna be fucking insane. What the fuck? Can clash with the skill regardless. Always flips head, hits critically, and does not consume poise. Oh wow. Okay, so cannot stagger. Oh, he's bone claiming. Which is that? Okay, he's clashing with that one. Okay, I see. Merceau, I think you need a refresh on that ego. There we go. He's bone claiming with the last skill. Nice. I gotta listen to this OST again. Like, after. My God.
망설임이
죽도록.
Here we go. Oh, so close to the stagger. Oh, we're gonna stagger her before she gets to do her big ass skill. Yep. Yep, she can't do her big skill. Nice.
귀와 요격. 균형 상수. 상승. 장민화.
방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
I didn't even need to refresh this.
숨을 거두랴.
괜찮은 공격이네요.
아름다운 것.
앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
그렇지 않은 것.
Yep, she's dead. She's dead.
파악하고 유지하지
There we go.
She's not as powerful as I recall. Yet weighed down by the brand, I am not so far ahead or behind.
I don't know. I think you're doing pretty well. Verily, they appear evenly matched. Yet. He's wielding that sword like he's about to get himself killed. Like he's trying to get himself killed. That blade work is far beneath him. Seeking the end here, is he? Can you afford to look away in a duel? What are you doing? You'd rather lock your sword in mine than parry it away?
Can't have a proper sword fight with a blade lock, though, huh? The duel between the mentor of a syndicate and the military commissioner of S-Corp is neck to neck. Clash after clash. The two warriors eventually lock their blades in a contest of might, for it comes to a close in a final fatal bout. When the dust settles, the mentor lies in the sand, dead.
If that is what you want, I will grant it!
Good. Let's finish this.
Just as Bamboo had Kim and Gong Yup ready for their final bout, Ongdu leaped in between them.
Ah! Ongdu!
Are you really so ashamed that you would choose death over life, Mentor? Are you so scared to live that you would rather die? Damn! She's friggin' earning her spot here.
Oh. Yes, I am. I am scared. I'm terrified of my own audacity to live my days as though I hadn't failed everything and everyone who had the misfortune of placing their faith in me. My mission, my honor, my fellows. As though my path isn't haunted by ghosts. As though I can stand shamelessly before the watching eyes of the heavens. What have I even done with the life that was given to me? Blind to the realities of my homeland, I served a master who chose politics over loyalty and justice. I cut down my very fellows who chose to trust a fool like me. I walked my entire life as the flow carried me, and when I finally had the mind to look back, all I saw were blood-red traces everywhere I had gone. Isn't it about time I admitted that this game cannot be won? That...
Mentor! The weakness in your strength has failed your mission. The weakness in your position has failed your honor. And the weakness in your heart has become the fiendish blade that cut down your fellows.
Ongdu, I thought you were here to talk me into keeping on living. Yet words pain me so.
What weakness of yours is it this time that you would cast away your own Korean life? What other weakness will you use as an excuse today? Stop trying to bear responsibilities asked not of you. The blade lineage was never about responsibility, nor was it about you, Mentor. Or does your overbearing guilt help you overestimate your importance? What was that saying again? Fellow travelers in the same boat will aid one another. Not a single soul demanded that of you.
Talk about kicking a man when he's down.
And I have had enough of that flippant larking of yours. We all have. Do you truly believe that not a single one of us had picked up the fact that all your levity was a means of relieving yourself of that burden that you had cast upon your own shoulders? None of us ever demanded some impossible feat from you. What was it that you've always said to describe yourself? That you are but a butchering blade that wields not itself, a tool wielded by willing hands. My mentor, I know not what kind of shame or responsibilities a mere tool has to you, because I fail to see any. If the shame does not subside still, then shroud your face with that bamboo hat of yours and live on! Live on so that you may repay your debts!
Out of blades, out of arrows. Even the heart that sought death lies defeated at your feet. There is no stone left for my next gambit. There is nothing more. Indeed. Perhaps there was some merit in your words. That I must retreat from this silly game of stones and become a fiend of blades.
Mentor, that is not what I said.
Interesting. Whence did you hear that poem? Yet, when inverted, a bamboo hat is like an unladen ship.
Oh, damn. Ongdun and Gong Yup were knocked away by bamboo-headed Kim as though bounced off an invisible force. Kim raises his gaze to meet the empty air as though someone were there, a hollow laughter escaping his lips. We know who he's talking to. Oh no! Round two! Oh shit! Oh shit! It's the voice!
But your last move was not a good one. Indeed, I did wish to become a blade. And what did you do? Forged me into an indiscriminate one that cleaves blindly into friend and foe both. It seems that in your excitement you have cornered yourself with that last move. Well, as it seems that I have had an opportunity to retrace our past moves, allow me to try something different this time. Be not so vexed by this round, as you say. We never know what the next game shall bring. I appreciate and will treasure the other bits of your advice.
Oh my god!
But let us play by my rules for tonight's game.
No way! Is he gonna get his own ego? Oh my god! No way!
Something's different this time, innit? Ain't distorting. I think that's an efflorescence, perhaps.
The bell!
Nothing is for certain indeed. Yet I trust that the words of my last remaining follower have also reached your ears, I am but a tool wielded by willing hands. Nothing in my life has ever been certain.
Woo!
I know not whether this move is what cements my defeat, but I desire to be a victorious stone nonetheless. Thank you. I will take what encouragement I can.
The strange invisible pressure dissipates, and the armored woman in Gyeongyop readjusts her grip on the sword. Kim turned around to look at her and saw that a weighty shadow seemed to have been lifted from his face, placed by a mix of relief and determination. Wow! Yes, he's standing it up! Let's go!
A bit embarrassing to change my stance now, but... No. I fight to live. And I suppose you will be okay with that?
Of course.
To hide from heaven's gaze this hat I wore. An empty boat, it bore my friends along. In bamboo veiled we drift from shore to shore. With wine I don my hat to watch blooms throng. In mirth I doff that shroud to moon adore.
Ah, yes!
So with this bamboo hat to veil my brow, though winds and rain may rage, I shall not throw.
Oh my god, look at that cool ass sword! He to me, bamboo-hatted one, speak your name. For I find your outfit dubious of character. Woo! Oh yes! Oh, this is... I can't. Oh my god! I want to see what he's like now. What are his stats now? Did he take off his fucking a mark? Oh my god!
I am he who has mended the lineage of blades to its premature end. I am he who has sought to bring salvation to the downtrodden, to no avail. What to call a man who has failed to disburden himself in the of the world? How to name a man who has failed to bear the weight of the world? There is none. So call me Bamboo-Headed Kim. Bamboo-Headed Kim, the treasonous wretch.
Oh my god!
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가
Oh my
동반된
god! I want to see what he... Oh my god! I want to see how... Oh my... I want to see it! Oh, that's incredible! Holy snaps! The photographs rapidly pulled away from reality. Oh my god! Photographs rapidly pulled away from reality. Perhaps because Kim had sufficiently managed to face his own past. When the photographs and memories that were overlaid upon the fathoms are pulled away, what remains is a man in dirty, ragged clothing. The fathoms of S-Corp slowly losing grip on this world, and soon reveals the fathoms of the distortion that was hidden beneath it. I see residents of the backstreets in their blissful highs from taking the canned experiences. And a man is watching them with disapproval. Oh yeah, you! The guy who was actually distorted. Why? Why is everyone running away from all this? Oh my god! A baker, always surrounded by the smell of freshly baked bread. A florist who makes lovely bouquets for graduating youngsters. A photographer who captures beautiful sights to remember. They're our lives, our experiences. You want to be a billionaire with an extravagant mansion and a nest? A legendary fixer who can make the syndicates cower in fear just by going on a stroll?
What you get from those cans is not real. Is everything in your lives all this? Just empty means to an end? So you can get high on fake purchase experiences nailed into a can? If that's all your life is, then my life and all the photographs I've taken are all... No, it can't be. My life, those experiences, memories I photographed, different. You're all blindly consuming fake experience after fake experience without a care about the real thing. That's where you're floundering, grasping at illusions.
Hello, Headscreen. Welcome to the stream.
So, let me show you the things I've shot. The memories, the experiences, the reality of your lives.
It was only in passing, but I glimpsed an unmistakable grimace, a scowl on Rousseau's face. I reflected upon the events of today, and could at least begin to guess why that might be. You don't believe there's any experience in either the canned experience or that guy's photographs, do you, Rousseau? Because experiences and memories aren't the same thing. What really distinguishes them, I wasn't sure.
Correct, manager.
But what I knew was the distinction that was, for whatever reason, important to Rousseau.
Huh?
Hey, he's back! A figure materialized into humanoid form, swirling out of the projector. You must be the distortions. Oh shit! What the fuck? How'd you get out of the thing? Next to him is another figure stumbling out a giant suit of armor.
Blimey, that thing's still alive.
It is but an overlay of fathoms created within a distorted space. The concept of life and death has little meaning for such a thing. Every time they wow, they're 2 for 2 now in the intervalos that focus on a side character, like an important side character. I want to see ones for like Moses and like, oh my god, like seriously. I should say 3 for 3 because of Hohenheim. Like, oh my god. Like, my god. Yeah, they really need to keep doing them like this, because they're always such a treat. It is but an overlay of fathoms created within a distorted space. The concept of life and death has little meaning for such a thing.
Yet faint does she grow. It must be that the distortion's power is waning.
Hark, accursed one, for these are your crimes. The crime of fomenting chaos in a foreign wing, while impersonating Chunokuns of Salpipio Agro Industries. The crime of exploiting the suffering of Salpipio and Agro Industries downtrodden as a mere veil for one's own fathoms. And, though it be part of reenactment, impersonating a military commissioner of the kingdom without royal decree. Perusing to the law of the homeland, the accused is to be sentenced to death by beheading. Before we even had the chance to step in or anything. No! What? Oh no! No! God damn it! The Fate Mirage-like warrior brought down her sword in the Dakuga for his neck, decapitating it. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, god damn it!
Can an entity of the fathoms slay one outside it?
Such an instance has heretofore never been observed, but as it is happening right now, right before our eyes, I can only say yes. Oh, God. Oh, that's not fair.
Gyeongyop is a woman of principle. She would have done the same to the bitter end, had she truly been here.
As the headless body of the inflection point crumbles to the floor, Im Kyung-yeop's shape slowly phases out of reality, and we found ourselves back in the projection room. Oh yeah, Faust just used I again. Oh wow, nice. And there... No way! Don't tell me that headless corpse is... Found a large group of injured N-Corp staff thrown pell-mell about the room, and Ezra was looking down at the headless body of the docugrapher. God damn it! Oh, this is the end. Oh, that's a rather sudden ending.
승부수가 먹혀들었군. 판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지 이 기세를 잃지 않기를.
Oh my God. Hello, Madness. Welcome to the stream. Oh my God. The subject. One more. A note after the dungeon. I guess it's like an epilogue.
Yep. Right on. Got you, team leader. And that's the initial report done. Good work, guys.
Tucking her radio back in, Ezra commanded us in a relieved voice.
The distortion has perished in the mission. Will that not cause trouble?
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's not like you guys could help it. Who would have thought that the distortion would kill its own inflection point? If we knew that in advance, we probably would have prepared something to stop it, but... now we know. Well, back to the LCT team leader to investigate. Oh no, this mission was still a success, since we managed to eradicate the distortion from N-Corp. Not to mention satisfying our client. Also...
Ezra looked towards Ongdu and Kim with a lighthearted shrug, clearly less concerned than she had been earlier. The new Hem Hem Peng... I have not seen it. I saw that it was there, but I haven't looked at it yet.
Now we finally know why you've been disappearing on your own without letting us know. Glad you don't seem to have any more reason to, though. So it's all good. Hey, that's the real win of this mission in my book!
Hell yeah, he got his own fucking ego! Do you know that, Ezra? He has an ego now! Oh my God.
The point is we did it! We did the thing, it's done! Gosh, I swear, I am never doing one of these without the team leader ever again. Seriously, I got this close to losing it more than a few times.
Seeing that the responsibility of looking after her LCD juniors had kept her stressed and high-strung throughout the mission. I hadn't noticed yet, but her brows had finally relaxed, bringing back the chipper Ezra I was more familiar with. Thus, I shall not abide by more of your indolence. You will now join us on missions and tasks as you are expected to. Is that understood, Mentor?
Undo. Would you mind releasing the hems of my sleeve? Oh, what I wouldn't have given to lie down and pass out right about now.
The raw emotion in Kim's voice had likewise faded, and with Ongdu's voice no longer as barbed as it had been in the fathoms, it seemed to me that the two were back to more relaxed selves I knew. Can't exactly say more relaxed for Kim, though, because that's how he's always been, at least from what I've seen. In any case.
Fine. You were released.
Ooh, you're giving me a good, hard shake. I don't feel so good. Say, Ongdu, I'm afraid they may have gone overboard with upgrading your arm.
With your hand released, allow me to reiterate that.
Stop!
My heart finds peace as well as I watch them bicker. Is everyone doing okay?
Yes, Executive Manager. Our forces have only suffered minor injuries that do not require you to go through the trouble of rewinding the clock. Hang on, mate. I got a dislocated shoulder. I can pop that right back into place for you. Allow me. I've taken care of similar injuries in the field. Yeah, guess what happened last time I let you do that? You rotated my bloody arm the wrong way and turned the bones of my shoulder into little chips.
Don't sweat it. I can rewind that. By now, I've already grown used to the pain of rewinding Sinner's injuries. A dislocated shoulder shouldn't be a big deal.
I have ought to ask thee a clarification, if thou wilt.
Yeah?
Dost thou recall how as we battled the N-Corp's pin frame team, the foes have taken photographs of us?
Ah, shit. Already getting off to a great start in the next canto. Uh-huh. And?
They are those who were sent to identify and capture the one who had violated a taboo. Forsooth. As we stood in their path, 'tis no mystery why we had come to blows. Yet I find this to be most perplexing. Wherefore did they take so many photographs of us?
Huh. Maybe they were taking photographs to report the locations. Recording footage is taboo in N-Corp, meaning they can't install security cameras here. Their only option for keeping a consistent record when tracking down a case or a person is by photographs. Very, interesting that they're also limited, the authorities are also limited by the taboo.
Thine words hold water, yet... Huh. Most puzzling. Most puzzling forsooth. For I recall with clarity that from a certain point, they began photographing us with renewed obsession.
Oh, hey, that sounds like a question for Marceau. Given how often I have to rely on the information Marceau provided me in this mission, I think I've gotten enough practice on how to phrase my questions the right way and pull the answers I need from him. I couldn't get him to tell us his own judgment on matters, but since he seems to have a near photographic memory of what he's seen. Marceau, do you remember how many pictures of us the N-Corp staff took?
I do. 56 times.
So he does really have a photographic memory. That's a lot of pictures. You actually remember the exact number of times they shot us?
I do.
It's always so neat seeing his memory in action. So, did you get the chance of seeing which one of us got the most photographs taken?
I did.
Who is it? Is it me? I make a fine model if I do say so myself. Hell yeah, you do.
No, it wasn't you. It was me.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Huh? But why? What's the most statistically likely reason that it was you? Oh boy. It was at this moment I heard the sound of pebbles crunching under our boots approaching us, louder and louder.
Oh, what the heck? N-Corp. Oh, dang it. Are you here because we beat up some of your guys? Oh, it's near we had to because of the distortion. See?
It is as she says. The skirmish was an unfortunate consequence of combating the distortion phenomenon. Limbus Company provides a customer damage compensation program in case of such unforeseen events. Instead of engaging us in battle, please elect to contact the emergency response team at our headquarters as your first.
Yes, we fully understand the circumstances surrounding the battle, and we intend to submit an expeditious request for damage compensation as you recommend. But we're here on different business, so if you'd be so kind as to let us speak.
Different business. Oh boy.
They are here to arrest me, manager.
What? Oh, did you kill your mother? Or no, you didn't. And that guy. Oh God. Huh. Hold on. Let's hear them out. Wait, what? Rousseau did not resist. He walked past and joined the group of N-Corp employees.
Please confirm that you are Marceau, formerly One Who Nails,
What?
and a former member of the maintenance and management team at the Grand Magasin Sisypha headquarters.
Holy shit. One who oh my God.
Confirmed. By the decree of the Giants,
The Giants? What's that?
you have been expelled from N-Corp, with imprisonment as the penalty for non-compliance. Perusing to Article 12 of the eviction regulations, you have also been informed that remaining in N-Corp's district for more than 6 hours may subject you to immediate arrest.
One who yeah, it's very similar to the one who grips. What the?
Please confirm that your memory pertaining to the above incident has not been expunged, and you are of sound mind to recall it in entirety. Confirmed. Very well. And in keeping with the regulations, I hereby notify you that you are now subject to arrest and transport. Place your hands by your back and please offer no resistance. I'm required to inform you that resistance may incur further penalties.
Wait, stop! What the hell is going on? Wait, forget all that. Did you know this would happen, Rousseau? Oh shit. Vespa was getting stalked by his work superior. Oh my God, was that Rousseau? Rousseau stood calmly with his arms behind his back as the N-Corp employees handcuffed him, nodded placidly in my direction. What the fuck? Why didn't you tell us this?
I did, manager.
Wow. He was high up. Oh my God. Then why the heck didn't you warn? It was less a question and more of a reflex, but I didn't need to hear his reply to know why. Right. I never asked, did I?
You did not.
God damn it! I say, you should have warned us way earlier, but you just reply, I will follow those instructions going forward. Right.
Yes, I would. Subject now in custody. From this moment on, will you consider it a suspect and will be transported to N-Corp headquarters via trial.
Oh my God, are we gonna have some Ace Attorney 7, the game that does not and will not ever exist, in Limbus Company? Oh my God.
As for the rest of you, would you be the organization the suspect is a part of? Organize your ass! What the bloody hell do you think you're...
Heathcliff, you are about to antagonize N-Corp, a wing. In the absence of a reasonably justifiable cause, such as contract, engaging in battle with the city's corporate entities is strongly discouraged.
Yeah? And we're just supposed to twiddle our thumbs while they drag him away?
This must be another piece of information they neglected to tell me. Yet another development that was set in stone. Despite her calm and collected explanation, I could tell this was not a pleasant situation for Faust either, as she was sending an uncomfortable glance at the N-Corp's employees. So, where are you taking him?
A retrial will be scheduled for the execution of the exile sentence.
Oh my god, we're gonna have the trial! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't, oh my god, I want to see what they do for the trial. They replied dispassionately as they took Merceau into custody. We looked back at them, not knowing what to do or say. The late afternoon sun pricked at us like 1,000 hot needles. Oh, of course, of course. Jeez. Of course. Merceau, now in cuffs, gazed at us with an expression that would not have seemed out of place on any ordinary day. Oh, that's it. Oh my god. Wow, what a canto. Holy schnapps. Oh my god. What a canto. Oh my god. How is it going to be into the next wall perk? I assume they're going to give us like a, I assume they're going to give us like a reprieve, like a necessary, like as long as he's in like, oh yeah, Dante can just Malkuth. That's right. That's right. That's right. He wouldn't need to actually be in the next Kanto. Dante can just Malkuth. Oh my god. What a Kanto. Seriously. Oh my god, I can't wait for more of Bamboo-Headed Kim and the S-Corp storyline. Holy schnapps. Oh my god. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see y'all next time for Wall Purchase. That's true. Gregor wasn't in the bug wall. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. So until then, until Wallp, I will say, so I have to rebuild my lunacy. So long, farewell. I've way to saying goodnight. You were all the sweetest of hearts.